You see the table? You can make a table like that. We did like the Olympics.
And that Christmas show at school. You didn't come as far as over as Alan. This guy plants old things. Like one was made with.
Oh, I saw those.
That was the idea, that you brought it on the trailer.
Brought what?
And the other one.
Brought what?
It's still in the car.
Brought what?
What do you call them? The tubes that used to go
For
in the
what?
old-fashioned TVs? And I'm looking like,
I'm prepared.
okay, because why?
I know that's why I also stuffed lollipops in there.
She put all her stuff, she went into her little backpack that I got specifically to bring, and she forgot it in the car. Don't blame me. Well, I'm just trying to blame, like Sean, the Braxton, whatever that is. What is that?
The red panda.
It's a panda?
Red panda.
It's orange.
A red panda.
You should put some of those here, Braxton. That's what
It's a red panda.
Oh.
It does not look like a raccoon.
The red panda.
It looks orange.
Red panda.
It looks orange.
Red panda. Two, not a red panda.
Are red pandas supposed to look orange?
Where does it say that that's what it is? Is there a tag that says it? Does it look like it? Actually, raccoons.
Red panda.
Oh my gosh. And does it have a panda? Does it have a striped tail too?
Emma.
I've never heard that.
Red panda.
That's interesting. See, we learned something, Sean.
I thought it was a fox.
So it was a fox.
It looked more like a fox. Because you know, foxes are also orange.
You see them two critters running around the other day? I was going to say, maybe Fox got them.
Quietly among yourself.
I didn't want to say that.
Coming down Jameson Road, and two furry animals with furry tails straight out. Right behind each other, racing right across the street was all in front of me, and it was so fast. I don't know what they were. They were not cats, they were not
Okay.
brown, they were not coons. But I don't know, huh? That's what he said.
Because I spent lots of while coming home, around the orchards and stuff,
Like I said, it was just, it went so fast, they were running. Most were missing one, I couldn't hear Ori and Charlie. Oh yeah.
And Mo's missing one, like that, Charlie.
The reddish brown, I couldn't hear Ori, I woke up sitting last night.
Said about how you went and actually saw one and you had to go over.
Yeah. I noted that. Yeah.
Did you read it? Was that what happened?
Nope.
I didn't, I took it to work. They ate it. I took it to work and they my cats ate it.
No harm.
Blackie and Black Wolf.
Yeah,
And all of us are doing the same thing. We're still talking.
I got ya.
I see all the bolts after.
I got you to say no, so therefore, yay. No.
I said no.
No. Yaha. 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 Yaha.
Again, welcome aboard the Gettysburg Railway. We want your trip to be enjoyable, informative, and safe. Please sit back and relax while I review our safety guidelines and general information. Keep the aisles and area around your seat clear so that other passengers may safely pass through the car. Please do not stand in the aisles. Watch your footing as you walk through the train, especially between the cars. Please wear your shoes at all times, and if they have laces, please keep them tied. Please keep your feet off the seats to help preserve these historic rail cars. Children under the age of 13 must be accompanied by an adult 18 years of age or older when walking through the train. And no running, please. There are restrooms located in all our rail cars. Please ask your car host for directions.
Nice.
An electronic cigarette-free environment. This includes the depot, train, and boarding areas at both ends of the line. Your attention to these guidelines and your cooperation with our safety crew will ensure that your trip will be memorable and safe.
And we're off.
Expecting it.
I'm expecting it to be faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slowly gaining speed. So it doesn't
Hey folks, we're under motion. You're welcome to go to the concession car. Concession car is now open. Hot chocolate, coffee, popcorn, pretzels, things along those lines. All right, thank you.
And they just really casually pop out of nowhere.
Remember the train ride we went on that they had those people singing?
Not really, no.
It was pretty random.
Welcome to one of the most historic communities in the United States. Today's trip will take you from downtown Gettysburg, deep into the heart of Adams County, Pennsylvania. We will travel through open farm pastures and dense woodlots, across ancient creeks and streams, eventually reaching the bountiful apple orchards at the foot of the South Mountain. While this town is best known for the Civil War battle that took place here in 1863 and Abraham Lincoln's famous Gettysburg Address, there is a deeper history to this land. A story that goes beyond the battle.
Had the car behind them.
The two locomotives used are the 1863 freight locomotive and the 1786 former Amtrak locomotive. This
A little
unit
bit
is
of
being
a
renumbered
storage
to
yard.
1786, a number of special significance, as it is the year Gettysburg was founded.
I guess this is part of a little shunting yard too.
What is that red building with the...
In the decades between the Revolution
part of
and
the
the
college.
Civil
It's
War,
part of the college.
Adams
It's all
County
college.
established itself as a center for commerce,
Yep.
culture, and political activity.
lot. College.
We haven't got to
Agriculture
the
and
football
carriage
field
making
yet.
dominated
That's
its
coming up next.
economy, while new educational institutions
Did they go
broadened
up
the county's
against Penn
cultural
State?
horizons.
What's that?
Did they ever go up against?
No, they're
Pennsylvania
Division 3, not
then
Division
called
1.
Pennsylvania
They play smaller
College,
schools.
was founded
Johns
in
Hopkins, things like that.
1832. In the area we're now riding through, it is still a renowned
62, I got no
institution
takers.
that is intertwined with the history of Gettysburg.
Here's the football field right here.
Yeah. That's a lot of houses.
One street down from Mr. Red Rock against Lane.
I was looking for the little tear that was along here. There was like a little string, and I tried cutting it off, but then it ended up tearing it a little bit. I guess it is a bit of a shunting yard. Yeah, look at that. It goes back through there.
Sorry about that. Yep, sorry about that. Got somebody coming out.
Oh yeah, I guess this is like a shunting yard or maybe a service area.
Oh.
That's actually really cool.
Oh, I see.
That's a lot of
Yeah, three different sheds.
Gotta wait till it's our turn.
If this person comes out, we should have room, okay?
In the area of our current location,
No running.
you will find the railroad cut. In July 1863, the Western Maryland Railroad connected Gettysburg to the east, and an unfinished extension paralleled Chambersburg Pike, now US 30, on the west side of town.
Just you go ahead. How many
Although
years?
rails had not yet been laid, the roadbed was finished, including a series of 3 cuts through the north-south ridges. On the afternoon of July 1st, these served as protection to Confederate units advancing on the field, but became a fatal trap which hindered mobility and the ability to return fire when Union troops attacked the cut. The railroad was completed after the war and is still in daily use today. The remains of a Union soldier were discovered in 1997. We know that this unknown soldier was killed up at the top of this ridge on July 1st, 1863. But his remains were not discovered for 130 years.
There we go.
In 1997, he was disinterred and reburied at the Soldiers National Cemetery in Gettysburg with full military honors, including the traditional 21 West.
9 times out of 10, she doesn't sound tall.
Oh. Oh, wow. Wait, do they have an outhouse? That's a little bit far for an outhouse. Right there, that might be a tree house. Well, this also looks like an orchard.
1863, the Civil War had been raging for over 2 years. Following a series of decisive victories in Virginia, General Robert E. Lee and his Confederates
I see it.
marched north through the Shenandoah Valley into Maryland and Pennsylvania. The primary goal of the invasion was to bring the war into Northern territory. If Lee could win a major battle in Pennsylvania, he could threaten the U.S. Capitol in Washington and possibly force a negotiated surrender with Lincoln. By June of 1863, Lee's army had spread out across south-central Pennsylvania, gathering much-needed supplies and provisions.
Yeah.
General George Meade, the new commander of the Union Army, followed Lee into Pennsylvania and positioned his army in defense.
Whoa. What? Where'd the story go?
We're now entering the area of the Eternal Light Peace Memorial. Dedicated in 1938 on the 75th
Eternal light or
anniversary of
eternal
the battle,
flame?
President Franklin D. Roosevelt spoke to a massive crowd, including many aging Civil War veterans. Atop the monument, a flame burns 24 hours every day in honor of the lasting peace between North and South.
And if it goes out, then there's no peace.
We're now riding by the Confederate cannons of Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Henry Carter's battery. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the deafening sounds of artillery fire, heard by Gettysburg civilians as they sheltered in their homes awaiting the end of the battle.
Oh, there's some cannons.
During the Battle of Gettysburg. And during the bombardment before Pickett's charge on July 3rd, 200 cannons were firing at the same time.
Folks, there's 200 cannons there talking. When they fired them all on the 3rd of July, they could hear those all the way in Philadelphia. It sounded like distant thunder, but they could hear it in Philadelphia 130 miles away.
That's at least a couple thousand decibels.
I'm sober, honestly.
He's a hot chocolate
ain't
free.
believing that one.
Just make the walking in a train look easy. Backward from there. Right, next one up. Okay? Yep.
During this era, rail passenger coaches were often named after inns, reflecting the historical practice of travelers using inns for lodging. This tradition likely started with early coach designs inspired by stagecoaches, creating a sense of community among passengers. The GETR 1862, formerly the Elmira Inn. Built in 1949 by the Budd Company for the Pennsylvania Railroad's fleet of streamliners in the fleet of modernism as a 21-roomette sleeper named Elmira Inn. Converted in 1963 as a 72-seat coach for World's Fair service, it later went to the Penn Central and then New Jersey Transit.
I'm going with the shade.
The car was retired in 1989 and sold to the United Railroad Historical Society. Ringling purchased it for use on the Blue Train in 1991. The car was used exclusively by the Torrey's family globe of steel riders, as these performers rode 8 motorcycles in a steel sphere for Ringling. Purchased by Pax Rail in 2017, the car was renamed the Elmira Inn. The GETR 1863, formerly the Coatesville Inn, a 1949 Budd-built railroad passenger car. Built in 1949 by the Budd Company for the Pennsylvania Railroad as the Coatesville Inn. The car was acquired in 1992 by Ringling for the Blue Unit, acquired in 2017 by Pax Rail. The GETR 1864, formerly the Cedartown, a 1955 Budd-built railroad passenger car. This was originally Seaboard Airline 55 Cedartown. Budd built in 1955, it eventually found its way to Autotrain before arriving on RBBB's roster in 1982. Pax Rail purchased the car in 2017, renamed it Cedartown. The GETR 1865, formerly the Duke University, a 1950 Budd-built railroad passenger car. Much like the 2 former in-series ex-Pennsylvania Railroad Budd-built passenger cars in our fleet, the former Duke University was built as a 10-roomette, 6 double-bedroom sleeper for the Norfolk and Western Railway. One in a series that were all named for online schools, such as Virginia Military Institute, Roanoke College, University of Cincinnati, and Ohio State University. After the market for overnight sleeper rail shrank in the 1950s, the N&W sold that car and others to the PRR. PRR owned a controlling interest in N&W at the time. The conversion to coaches for the 1964-1965 New York World's Fair traffic, just like our other 2 former in-series cars.
This is garbage.
Yes, thank you. Cool.
I didn't see nobody yet. I haven't seen nobody yet.
Outside?
But there's no horses.
So would you say that everything around your house is less nice?
Alright. Yeah.
Over time, the people of Gettysburg worked to establish a better transportation network. Public funds were used to build roads, and private companies created turnpikes. And like many other areas of the country, there were even attempts to construct a canal. To the south, the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad was chartered in 1827, with tracks laid the following year. By 1831, plans were developed to run a railroad through this area, linking the industrial centers along the Susquehanna River with Gettysburg, and extending the line southwest into Maryland to connect with the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal and the B&O Railroad. However, attempts to build this new Pennsylvania Railroad were abandoned, leaving an unfinished railroad bed and deep cuts in the landscape west of Gettysburg.
Folks, you can't stand there. Either in this car or that
After
car. You
many
can't stand there.
a railroad from the east finally arrived in Gettysburg in 1858, just 5
That
years
door's
before
gotta be
the
shut.
battle. However, the
Folks, that
unfinished
door's gotta
railroad
be shut.
cut west of town remained for many years and became a notable feature associated with the Battle of
They
Gettysburg.
sent up way too many people.
In the 1880s, the Western Maryland Railroad was extended south into Maryland. At the same time, a new line was built from Mount Holly Springs south to Gettysburg. On March 4, 1884, the 18-mile Gettysburg and Harrisburg Railroad that you are now riding on was completed, marked by the driving of two golden
We got another
spikes
car.
into
We
the
got another
tracks
train
at
later on.
Oak
So
Ridge,
we should have
very
plenty of
close to where we are now traveling.
The railroad tracks.
One spike was inscribed with 1863, and the
Supposed to
other
be the
with
spikes you hear
1888. The year standardized time was established in the
The
United
spikes be digging into the rails to hold them together.
The first passenger train on this track ran on April 21st, 1884, pulled by a steam locomotive called South
34
Mountain.
comes into town right there at the main traffic light, and eventually this goes over. I don't know that far.
So you guys local or?
Yeah, right past town. Now, so we do that thing we used to make on Sundays where
We only make it look easy. Walking up and down the car, we make it look easy.
He's asking me, like, how close you would think
You'll get it. Yeah, you'll get it.
You did truck yesterday. Like, you can't barely understand. And then they say,
Should come out all together. It's like one big.
most of the Vikings.
Don't worry, I have it recorded.
Yeah.
If it even picked it up.
Good for some. Well, a little bit.
Hour?
Now I got a question for you. You hear the horn, right? What's a signal when you come to a crossing? Two longs, short, and a long. Two longs.
South Mountain is the northern extension of the famous Blue Ridge Mountain Range in Tennessee, Virginia, and Maryland.
Long, short, long.
All right?
The range extends about 70 miles from the Potomac River to Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. During the French and Indian War, the mountain provided protection for area settlers against enemy raids and incursions from the west. And during the Civil War, it served a critical role in disguising the movements of the invading Confederate forces.
A little bit, because we're right next to the engine.
Stand here, or stand in there. I have much more interesting to talk to.
Yeah. It would be loud at the same thing, because there's another locomotive at the end of the car, but it probably at the end of the train, at the other end, probably won't be nearly as loud on the way back.
$330,000 per car to renew.
To redo. Well, I guess that means refurbished. Or...
Four passenger cars, 2 engines, and a concession car. Engine on each end.
That's 6 or is that 5?
Plus 2 engines and a concession car.
7?
How much do the engines cost?
You guys.
I'm guessing the locomotives cost close to $1 million. Closer to $1 million.
We're going to dress on the way back. I expect you to have it all memorized by the time we get back.
Depending on when they were built,
Dress.
because prices on materials to build them even went up.
So again, it's what Lincoln talked about.
Inflation. 101.
210 word speech that started 4 score and 7 years ago. Right, just do the train. Do the train one, so you'll be fine. What is it again? There you go.
So the way this is going, right now.
Not yet.
For the early settlers, life on the frontier during colonial times was a harsh existence. During the French and Indian War, many settlements were raided by enemy forces, and dozens of civilians were killed or carried off as captives.
65 pulled off.
Local men formed militia units and marched into western Pennsylvania together with British forces, and eventually the threat was eliminated with the capture of Fort Duquesne at present-day Pittsburgh in 1758. One of the local heroes of the French and Indian War was Colonel Hamilton, an early settler who at one time owned much of the land in the area we're riding through now. 20 years later, men from this area once again rallied to defend their homes and villages, this time serving in the Continental Army against the British during the American
How much do the
Revolution.
locomotives cost?
Today, cemeteries and churchyards across Adams County are filled with the graves of these revolutionary patriots.
Standing there watching the train.
How much did the locomotives cost?
A lot. Because they were, each car was $330,000 to redo it. The engines are probably double that to redo them.
So that's
About $600,000. One of them, and I'm not sure which one, actually not today. We have another one that's not on here today. Was underwater after Katrina, and they completely rebuilt it. I'm not sure which one it is though.
the flood or hurricane or
Both. The hurricane led to a flood, which buried the engine.
wow. I guess you thought that was bad. What are the floods during? I can't remember when, but it was like it knocked down all over the steam engines, knocked down like everything.
Yeah.
That,
I don't even know where this.
was.
Yeah, I don't even know where this engine was when it happened. I'm not sure where it was.
We are now approaching the Newville or Biglerville Road, modern-day Route 34, leading north out of Gettysburg. This is one of the 10 major roads that converge at Gettysburg. On July 1st, 1863, about 7,000 men of Confederate General Robert Rodes' division passed here on their way to join the battle.
The horses. Come on, horses.
Park car, park one house.
Where's the bathroom?
Oh, there.
That one?
That one.
Very unfortunate.
Daddy!
It's alright, just hold it.
Just tell me you gotta go to use the restroom.
Okay.
Folks, this horse farm on my left, this is where they keep all the horses that pull the carriages in downtown Gettysburg. Right here on my left. Now, I don't know if there's any horses here today because they're probably pulling all the carriages.
There are some.
Yeah, that's where they keep them. Park train, park funhouse. Yeah.
I've heard about that. I think it has to be certain temperature. While you're around, right? Yeah, it's too hard to hear.
Hey, Mom. I'm gonna text me and tell you to look at your phone. I don't know what she sent you.
We are getting getting close to one of the original stops on the 1884 Gettysburg and Harrisburg Railroad, Goldenville. The Goldenville Road, which we are now crossing, dates to 1747 and is one of the oldest roads in the area. George
Ooh,
Washington
old cars.
built this road in 1794, and in the area we're now riding through, a Civil War skirmish took place on June 26, 1863, between the 26th Pennsylvania Emergency Regiment and Confederate troops under the command of General Jubal Irving.
I wanted to know if I messaged Memo about where
Let's go back in time to 1794. The federal government had imposed a new tax on whiskey to reduce the national debt. Farmers in western Pennsylvania, who made and sold whiskey in large quantities, felt the tax unfairly targeted them. In 1794, tensions escalated into violence when protesters attacked tax collectors and government officials. President George Washington responded by sending federal troops to suppress the rebellion, demonstrating the federal government's authority to enforce its laws. In October 1794, President Washington himself passed through Adams County on his way home after putting an end to the rebellion. He is said to have spent the night at Joshua Russell's Tavern, in the area we're riding through now. Washington was the first of our nation's presidents to visit the area, but not the last, largely due to its popularity as the site of one of the largest battles in American history. 25 presidents have visited Gettysburg since Washington.
Yep. I guess it's open up. Go ahead. More room out there than I thought. Except for the cowboy fan.
I'm not a cowboy fan, don't worry, it's bad.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my. Thanks today.
65, is that it?
That seems to be it, yeah.
62 to concessions, that's it for 65.
Marshland and never dry out.
Oh, I didn't know you had cargo pants on. Should have thought of that for Christmas. Birthday's coming up. Probably ask for cargo pants for my birthday. Yeah, I can wait for next Christmas. Oh, Horsey's on this side. Nice.
Much of the route of the Gettysburg and Harrisburg Railroad line passed through
I meant that to
undeveloped
be a little
farmland.
more muffled.
Several stops were just platforms set up next to farm lanes, providing locals with an opportunity to deliver their goods to a larger market. One of these stops was Table Rock Station, which we will pass momentarily.
Don't blink. Don't blink. Don't blink. Made it sound like a big deal. It's just a farm lane. Back in the day, I think it was something, but right now it's nothing. Yep. There it is, right there. Don't blink. That was it. That was it. Yep, that little crossroads. That's all there is.
Oh, right back there.
Yeah, back there.
I'm sorry? I think so.
Yep, up there.
what?
Restrooms up there.
Yeah, I also saw that house up there.
Well, these are all frozen up.
Right after.
All frozen up. Yep.
You got that cold last night?
It's been like that for last week, maybe 2. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they would have warmed up
Once
yesterday.
they freeze, they're like a solid block of 500 pounds, a solid block of ice. Takes a long time to get them unthawed.
What, do they have to use both engines to push?
Yeah. Well, they one way or the other. Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, I guess not. Well, I guess that would have been a little smarter.
You don't even have to say it's the same.
They could have used windshield wiper fluid because that doesn't freeze.
Native Americans inhabited Pennsylvania for more than 10,000
But-
years prior to the arrival of
Considering that
Europeans.
might be a little expensive.
In the absence of preserved
Folks
written
coming down with a
records,
garbage bag,
much
got
of
any
what we
garbage,
know
we
about
throw in the
their
garbage bag?
existence comes from the items they left behind.
I sneeze.
Over the years, thousands of artifacts have been discovered in Adams County, mostly near creeks where camps and villages existed long ago. These indigenous peoples developed unique cultures, provided for their families, and built
Through
complex
this field.
communities that thrived
I don't know if this
for
is what the
centuries.
battlefields though.
Over time, Native Americans created more permanent settlements along rivers like the Susquehanna, leaving this area mostly unpopulated by the time Europeans arrived.
Train, lift your feet. Or bridge, lift your feet. Lift your feet.
We are now passing over Conewago Creek, an Iroquois term meaning at the place of the rapids.
Cause you're
Waterways
apparently
like
supposed
this
to
one,
lift your
running
feet.
through the northern and eastern portions of Adams County, flow into the Susquehanna River and the Chesapeake Bay. In the south and west, streams make their way to the Monocacy River and eventually to the Potomac. These ancient waterways were vital to the lives of both Native Americans and the Europeans who came after them.
Right there. All the way back. All the way to the. You see that little black door right there? Yeah. Right beyond the door. Okay. Yep.
What road are we going through? Oh, this thing. The road that leads to nowhere. Kinda. Actually, no, it goes across here. I thought it went to nowhere.
We're almost up to where we're going to stop. What we're going to do, we'll stop up here again for 5 or 6 minutes. You watch the engine crew walk along this side of the car, back of that engine back there. Do 4 or 5 minute safety check. They're going to pull us back exactly the same way we came. That way you can look at the same trees from a different angle.
Wow. Conductor Brendan. Yeah, we see the conductor lighting out right now.
When that happens, can I switch your
What's that?
I want to watch the other side.
Okay.
Look, they're all stacked up. Look, they're all between back there.
So what do you, pallets, I believe?
Pallets, yeah.
Yeah, if we have this next year, I want to do it again so we can record the
Can I
intro.
charge my phone?
If we have this next year, I want to record the entire thing. It's very worth it. I just don't have the battery percentage to do it.
Oh, wait, yes,
Yeah, mine's at 79.
What?
What's
There's
yours?
a deer.
Too dope.
They blend in really well.
Yeah.
In the years after the American Civil War, Adams County's commercial
there's
fruit
a
industry
four.
soared.
Four.
One of the local pioneers of this effort was Noah Shealy, who first introduced his Adams County apples to the nation at Chicago's 1893 World's Fair. Here he sold 1,500 barrels of apples at $1.50,
Oh, they're gone.
more than $50 each in today's money. His unexpected success sparked the birth of the Adams County fruit industry, and many of his once skeptical neighbors followed his lead and planted their own
Just
commercial
inside
orchards.
the orange trailer.
Using the new Gettysburg and Harrisburg Railroad, local fruit growers could now transport their goods to large urban markets far outside the region. In 1903, local families and businesses formed the Fruit Growers Association of Adams County. And in 1920, Adams County ranked first in apple production statewide, a distinction that continues to this day. In fact, 70% of all Pennsylvania apples come from Adams County's 20,000 acres of fruit trees, and the county is 6th in the nation for apple production. Beginning in the 1960s and 1970s, Haitian and Puerto Rican migrant laborers maintained Adams County's abundant orchards. In the 1980s, the workforce shifted to a predominantly Mexican community, which was less transitory and is now an integral part of Adams County life. These men and women have become the backbone of our prosperous fruit industry.
There you go now. Here.
Today, there are upwards of 35 varieties of apples produced by local orchards, making this area the heart of Pennsylvania Apple County and home to the National Apple Harvest Festival. This event takes place every year during the first 2 weekends in October. Held at the South Mountain Fairgrounds since 1965, the festival celebrates the harvest season and features over 300 arts and crafts vendors. Apples are available in all shapes, sizes, and forms, from homemade applesauce, apple pies, apple dumplings, and apple pancakes, to apple cider,
They're usually up on this hill, but they're not
apple
right now.
milkshakes, fun apples, and even apple fries. The festival is run by hundreds of volunteers, and all proceeds are donated to local, regional, and national charities.
Where? Yes. The restaurant called The Works. No, that's where we went last time.
I think I'm just gonna look at what's in the test stage. Give me a juice. I don't have money. That's my over there, but you open it. Wrong side. Yep, one for them fall. That's what just read. They do not have any apple juice. They have Coke products and tea. Yeah.
It's like an Irish. Yeah, thank you.
She's not a kid.
Well, they have that. They have fish and chips.
Last night, chicken they tell me that Mom, Dad, I'm going to take pictures of make sure I'm saying what he's doing. I said, well, what if I didn't get on you know what?
I need everyone's attention for a very important safety announcement. The train is about to move. If you are currently standing in one of the cars, please be seated. If you are walking through the train, please use the nearest handrail for support. In the event of an emergency, Gettysburg Railway staff will provide information using the PA system. Car hosts will guide. Again, the train is about to move. Please be seated. If you are walking through the train, please use the nearest handrail for support. After the train has begun to move, you may walk through the train to visit our concession.
Might as well get this side. We only really recorded to get the info or whatever for the info.
A lot of houses and stuff. I have to look over there at the stuff that is on that side. So every time it makes me laugh. I said, so how was the chicken, Jim? I said, was it good? He goes, no. I mean, that was.
You sleep under a Penn State banner.
I don't know if it's Penn State. I don't know.
Oh, it's Penn State. Definitely Penn State. Oh yeah, it's got a Nittany Lion right on it.
Where?
I just got it for him.
There you go, Nittany Lion. There you go.
You
I
didn't
didn't
know
even-
that it was Penn State?
No, I thought it was
Oh,
just
for
like a
heaven's
blue
sake.
and white design.
Here we go.
No, it's Penn State. There was one back.
That Red Panda conversation was funny.
Boats are underway. Welcome to get up, move around again. Hope you'll get up out of your seats.
See if you see those deer down here. Come on. See if you see the deer down here. Because I ran right down this way. I was watching my show. So I look over there, see the deer in the woods. They ran down this way. But they could have crossed the railroad tracks and come over here.
I didn't do too much once or twice. I never.
Yeah.
Company like produced the game. They also there's a Russian
Stay alert. Along our route, you may encounter some of the abundant wildlife of Adams County. White-tailed deer, fox, and wild turkey are common sights along our route. And keep your eyes out for the occasional black bear that makes its way down from the South Mountain. The woodlands and streams we are passing are filled with amphibians and reptiles. Snakes are commonly seen near the tracks, including the venomous copperhead and timber rattler, alongside the more common black rat snake, which can grow to a length of 6 to 8 feet.
a bad thing. What grows to 16 feet?
Oh, there's a lot better.
Some kind of snake?
Yeah.
There's the area between here, but she came back. Like, sit down
Sean, here's the trash.
Did you know that Hall of Fame pitcher Eddie Plant was born and raised near Gettysburg? After pitching for Gettysburg College, the Philadelphia Athletics recruited Plank in 1901, and he played in the major leagues until 1917.
Hey, you.
Eddie became
Well,
one of
coming
the
back
most
down through any more
dominant
garbage?
left-handed pitchers of all time, with 326 wins and 2,246 strikeouts. A member of 3 World Championship teams, he was considered the most valuable player of the 1913 World Series. After retirement, Plank returned to Gettysburg, where he died in 1926. He was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame 20 years later.
Who did he say that baseball player was? Did you hear?
Not really.
Eddie Plank.
What was it?
Eddie Plank.
I missed the name, but I heard everything. Thank you. Eddie Pine.
Like it's the restaurant in town, Gettysburg Eddie's, and named after him.
Oh, okay.
Gettysburg Eddie's downtown.
The horses over there.
Yeah.
Trash man. That's up.
He is but a poor American who, looking at this,
Oh yeah, there was
does not
the
feel
railroad
within
again.
himself a deeper
Railroad crossing.
reverence
Missed
for
it.
the nation's past. Theodore Roosevelt. These venerable men crowding here to this famous field have set us a great example of devotion and utter sacrifice.
What's that bird
But
out
their
there?
task is done. Their day is turned into evening. They look to us to perfect
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Woodrow Wilson.
He's looking out the window. She's in her own world.
Immortal deeds and immortal words have created here at Gettysburg a shrine to American patriotism. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
All the white trees out there, what are the names of them? White ones? Birch is a white tree, but during the winter, the white trees, they lose their bark. It's almost like
Oh,
they
there's
get
another
sick.
railroad crossing. There's another railroad crossing, a little bridge back there. Yeah. Looks a little flooded. Oh my, now it turned into it's a little marsh. The marshland.
Gettysburg has attracted visitors ever since the great
Look at that.
place here.
It's a marshland.
Tourism surged with the arrival of the railroad in 1884, but gradually declined.
Doesn't seem very ideal for livestock.
In the 1940s. That changed in the 1960s, when the centennial of the Civil War sparked renewed national interest.
Just sneaks out
In
more
July
than mine now,
1963, Gettysburg marked the battle's 100th anniversary, drawing large crowds once again and ushering in a new era of tourism that continues to this day. Today,
There's some voices
Gettysburg
up
is
there.
home to more than 8,600 residents. While it shares many qualities with other small towns,
Another one.
tourism remains a major industry.
Wait, there was something outside the track. There was like a horse outside the track, outside the fence.
And includes the Soldiers National Cemetery and a large visitor center. The town and
No, just on the
surrounding
road.
area offer a wide array
Just
of
on the road.
hotels, restaurants, and attractions to welcome the millions of visitors who come each year.
I doubt anyone comes back here. I mean, they probably don't use actual cars to farm, so I think they use horse and buggy. I don't know if they're Amish or not.
Join us this coming year as we commemorate the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding during the semi-quincentennial of the American Revolution. And to explore more of the exciting history of Gettysburg, we encourage you to visit Beyond the Battle Museum, located just 1 mile north of the town square. We hope you enjoyed learning about the history of our rail cars and the early days of Gettysburg and the surrounding
Are we
areas.
almost there already?
Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we head back to the station.
I guess that's the end of the tour. Might as well just enjoy the view. And I guess that's the whole point of this, enjoying the view, but there's not a lot of view. Except for fields and trees blocking the way. It would be really cool to go on like a mountain trip sometime, like this. You can see both sides. It goes back and forth. That would be really cool.
Hi folks, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen here and this rail line in the next year. Now what I'm going to tell you about, all I can tell you is going to happen in 2026. I cannot give you any dates, just check our websites, alright? One thing we're going to have is murder mystery trains.
Ooh, nice.
We also are going to have Confederates rob the train. Unless you're from Virginia, then all the Union do it.
Give us a steam train so the
Also, these tables, chairs, and couches all come out. We can put dinner tables right down the middle. We will be having dinner trains. Alright? So all I can tell you, I can't tell you when it's going to be. Just check our website, what's going to happen. Also, please go on our website. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Also, give us some ideas what you'd like to see us do in the future. Thank you.
If they brought some old-fashioned cars on here and a steam train, that would make it official. Yeah, with a 044, an old steam engine like that, a Western steam engine, that would be really Confederate. What are we slamming on the brakes for? We're not even going 10 miles, 20 miles an hour. There's some modern farmers. I mean, not everyone uses just horse and plow. Granted, a horse has like 80 horsepower, except it's 1 horsepower because horse, 1 horse.
It says Confederate trails. So right along here are the Confederate trails.
I'm guessing that's where they come from to rob.
They don't do that through the battle. I think when they do
Now let's hope it's not.
There was an arrow going that way too, so I guess we had to
Yeah, let's hope it's not an actual robbery.
one arrow was this way and another arrow.
Now, didn't you have a phone? Didn't you have a phone case on that?
I took it off.
It's gonna break.
And I did have it right here.
Yeah. Emma. The horses. Horses. Hey, at least the seats are comfy. Unlike an hour-long ride to Philadelphia on Amtrak.
How many cannons did they shoot off during the war?
200 at a time.
And where did they hear it?
From Philadelphia.
Have you heard that? 130 miles away.
I don't know why there isn't a railroad track to Gettysburg. I wonder if they're still working on that. Like a track to Gettysburg or something. Maybe from Philadelphia to... Or no, from Lancaster to Philadelphia to Gettysburg or whatever. I don't know if they're...
I read said there's no train service to Gettysburg.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if that's what they're working on. I wonder if they're redoing the track. Me neither. My feet are all the way back here.
Why are you saying that? Did I bump them?
No, I thought. Yeah, look at that. It's like flooding and / frozen. You can tell by the shininess. Unless it's just still water. There's no wind.
Yeah, I guess I checked the website. We don't know when that's going to happen. Sometime this year. Hey folks, don't mean to bother you. How'd you hear about us?
That man right there.
Ah, you're all together.
He's guilty.
You're guilty? All right, they'll throw you into the train. That's all I can tell you. How'd you hear about us?
We live in Gettysburg, so we're always down there. We actually, the ghost store is right beside there, and I was actually looking, and it was like, that's all coming up.
Thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoy it.
When a real Confederate train give us some old-fashioned...
I couldn't, I'm sorry.
If they give us some old-fashioned cars and a steam train, that'll be getting a real...
I don't think we'll be doing any steam trains. The one in 96 blew up.
That'll be...
So I don't think we'll be doing that. But we'll see. Maybe.
That'll be Confederate.
Okay. Well, we're looking for people to do it.
044.
All right. Just keep your eye on the website.
That would be awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for coming along.
Yeah.
I remember that. I'm happy I didn't send you guys far. You can ask one. Let me see if this one died on fire. I'm happy I didn't.
How did the steam train blow up?
It happened in 1996, so I'm not really sure. I just when it blew up, it didn't hurt any of the passengers, but it did hurt several of the crew. Nobody was killed, but matter of fact, our engineer today was supposed to be on that train and got replaced at the last minute. So
He
that
got
was in
lucky.
96.
Some of us have not been paying attention. She might be asleep. Oh, I see her eyes are blinking. Blanket, blanket.
That could be early in, so that's gonna be weeks.
What? But I woke up early this morning and then slept for another 3 hours. Woke up at 6. I just couldn't go back to sleep. I don't think so. Just woke up at 6 again. The Highlander cow or something. Yeah.
I knew what it was. I had it. Ready to go sit down.
So once we get back, are we just gonna go in the car and drive back?
Yep. We're gonna go get something to eat.
I haven't told him that he's okay with it.
He didn't remember we were going here. He didn't know it was Yeah. In my defense, a lot of times it's cool between what you told me when I actually came. Some things happened at my school too. Did you have finals?
Yeah, but what happened between the time Mama told you this morning what was going on and now?
And I knew I was going on.
I didn't see anybody have any.
I just didn't know it would have like those things. And I didn't think, I thought she said we were driving out somewhere to go to a Christmas place. Not that the train was the.
I said it was a Christmas train.
Yeah, Christmas train. If I was like,
They hardly
they
had
brought
any
you to a Christmas
because
festival.
it was all wooded and
A lot of people's pools is the creek. The creek is their pool.
yeah, I didn't see that.
That's really what I grew up at Mama's. That was my
Hey, I'm going to tell a little
splashing
story
area.
here about the aftermath of the Battle of Gettysburg. Now, a few years ago, I used to work in one of the museums downtown, and my boss there, back in the 90s, he used to be the chief curator for the visitor center here in Gettysburg. In 1996, there was a heavy thunderstorm that washed out part of the railroad cut. Now, if you know what the railroad cut was, it was part of the first day's battlefield. Basically, it was a trench. The Confederates were down in there, and they got trapped in there. So people were walking down this railroad cut after this big thunderstorm and saw some bones sticking out of the wall. They called the Parks Department. Parks Department came over. They're always finding deer bones and cow bones, things like that. Well, these ended up being human remains. They got a little nervous. So they called in a local coroner. Local coroner came over, take a look at the bones, says, nope, you're good. These have been here quite a while. They weren't put here last night. That's when they called in my boss. My boss comes out, looks at the site, and he finds some buttons off a Confederate uniform. As a matter of fact, these buttons are off a Mississippi regiment. So this guy was a Confederate, and they knew he was from Mississippi. Unfortunately, I don't remember what the regiment was. I apologize. Well, they started looking at the bones a little closer, and they discovered this guy's left-handed. Now, you can tell that because your arm bones of your dominant arm, not your hand bones. Everybody goes, what? No, not your hand bones. Your arm bones of your dominant hand is bigger than your non-dominant arm bones. So they knew this guy was left-handed. When you know anything about the Civil War, you cannot fire a Civil War rifled musket left-handed. You fire the gun, the powder and smoke comes out here. You do it left-handed, it goes right in your face. You can't do it. So being left-handed in the Civil War was very, very unique. Well, they went back and looked at this regimental history of this Mississippi regiment and found out 2 guys in this regiment were left-handed. One survived the war, the other was killed in the Battle of Gettysburg. So 130 years later, they knew the guy's name, his hometown. They dug his remains up, shipped him back home, and reburied him in full military honor 130 years later.
Wow. Nice.
some of the moisture on the windows, but if you get cold, just let me know, okay?
I'm going to give you a pair of my warm socks.
Yeah.
Except I didn't bring any extra. The woo-woo ones.
One of them has one of the things had corn on them, so they might have
Great dress. There were some ones that were like maybe like definitely around. Maybe like just high up and down, or you want bigger? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a couple that were like that around that high. Kind of wide. I think you throw something different more confident.
That's too many windows.
Yeah, that's
Especially you can probably see it from the road.
You said it was a cemetery. That's what you're aware. That's in the cemetery.
Two more deer out in the field, three more deer.
When I was gonna go
In the aftermath of the fighting on July 1st, 1863, casualties and mortally wounded littered the fields north and west of Gettysburg. Nearly every farm in close proximity to Gettysburg had been devastated by the fighting, including the house and farm owned by Moses McLean, a local attorney and politician. Crops were destroyed, houses and barns became makeshift hospitals, and fields were used as mass graveyards. Although the northern dead were removed to the Soldiers' National Cemetery months after the battle, the southern bodies remained for many years before being transported south. Undoubtedly, the remains of hundreds of soldiers are still buried in the fields surrounding the town. Within weeks of the battle, a massive tank hospital was established next to the railroad east of town. And it was by train that most of the wounded were eventually transported to larger hospitals in Baltimore, Philadelphia, and Harrisburg. In the 3 days of battle, more than 50,000 men were killed, wounded, captured, or missing, making Gettysburg the bloodiest battle of the American Civil War.
It's really interesting.
Section about the virus that killed a lot of people that were killed up there.
It was like a temporary exhibit. It was syphilis. It was a syphilis exhibit.
Okay, folks, he just talked about the aftermath of the Battle of Gettysburg. Now I got a trivia question for you. Now I'm not talking about food, I'm not talking about water, I'm not talking about ammunition, I'm not talking about medicine, I'm also not talking about shoes, because everybody answers shoes, it's not shoes. Now, after the Battle of Gettysburg, what was one of the hardest things to find in the Gettysburg area? I'll give you a little hint. You've got several of them in your house. Any guesses? Say it again. Can't hear you.
Several.
But you're not too far off. There you go, doors. The answer is doors. They took the doors off the hinges, put them on sawhorses, and turn them into surgical tables. So if you find a door in Gettysburg, the odds are it's not an original.
Wow.
Ready. Okay. What else would accept
4 months after the Battle of Gettysburg, Abraham Lincoln traveled by rail from Washington, D.C. to Gettysburg for the dedication of the new Soldiers' National Cemetery. As part of the ceremony on November 19, 1863, he was asked to make a few appropriate remarks. Using just 10 sentences and 272 words, he delivered one of the greatest speeches in American history. As we return to the Gettysburg station, take a moment to listen to Abraham Lincoln's message of hope for the future of our nation.
77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived, so dedicated,
What?
will endure.
Yeah.
We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate. We cannot consecrate. We cannot now. Brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated, far above our full power to add or detract.
All I know is it's somebody else just asked me the same question. All I know is called Caroline. What it's made for, I don't know. I'm Caroline.
But it can never
Yeah, but what it's for, I don't know.
It is for us.
But whenever there's all around the country, there's something like that. They're all called Carolines. But why? I don't know.
Thus far,
So you don't know why they're wrong or if they are wrong?
I have no idea. And after somebody at the college, I don't honestly know. As long as I get to a college.
that from these honored dead we take increased
Now, is this like one just railroad that's not connected to anything else?
Sorry, say that again?
Is this connected to an actual railroad?
Yeah, this goes from Hagerstown to Harrisburg, and during the week, CSX runs freight on this line.
Oh, I was wondering why there was like a freight yard here.
That's why. Yep.
Shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people.
Kind of thought it was like a little shunting yard, like a shunting yard of some sort.
Yeah, this line's been in complete operation every day since 1883 with different rail lines, ever since it opened.
Wow.
Folks, on behalf of Gettysburg Rail, I'd like to thank you all for coming along. I hope you had a good time. If you had a good time, my name's Kevin. Didn't have a good time, my name's Steve.
I feel like the way forward was a lot slower than the way back.
But you were kind of like.
We are working on it. We have one on 65, which is an experiment, and we're trying to see if it works out. And we probably will put it out.
What's his name, Sean?
Yeah, we're gonna work on it.
Steven?
And during the summer,
I don't know.
I can't hear you.
this time of year it's a little bit lower.
Wasn't entirely paying attention. Wasn't entirely paying attention.
Yeah, back in the 1920s, that's how long that line's been there. There used to be a Department of Defense building down to the bottom of that hill, and that's where those rails went to. But it's been gone since the 30s, and nobody's used those rails since then. But it's a narrow gauge rail. None of our cars will fit them.
Well, I seen one of the small yellow mini rails.
Yeah, that's all I know about it.
Trail.
Yep.
All right, thanks.
I just asked him what your name was, and he goes,
Not Steve, Kevin.
You said Steve.
No, not Steve. Oh, no, Kevin.
Steve if you didn't have a good time. It's Kevin if you had a good time. You missed Kevin, huh?
Sorry.
Oh, now we get to see the train cars.
This is when you know the ride's coming to an end, whatever they say.
So the way forward, did they go slower forward than they did back?
Say that again?
Did they go slower forward than they
Nope,
did
10
back?
miles an hour both directions.
It felt like it was
10?
was a lot shorter.
Wow.
10 miles an hour.
That's why it took so long.
Okay, it's about 10 of 1, 10 of 2.
It basically took half an hour. Basically took half an hour. 40 minutes to go this way. Because I stopped recording going this way at the end, and then I recorded again. Basically 40 minutes.
All right, thank you. Yeah, that would be my guess.
Safety announcement. The train is about to stop. If you are currently standing in one of the cars, please be seated. If you are walking through the train, we ask that you take your seat and secure any loose items, as items may shift while we stop.
At least with the plastic, it actually penetrated
Thank you for exploring beautiful Adams County, Pennsylvania on today's excursion. We hope to see you again soon.
Get rid of that. This was trapped in the back. You were there.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Mr. Pretzels, Sean.
Yeah.